And I love to say no is a complete sentence. And give yourself permission to say no. Just because someone asks you to be involved in something or do something doesn't always mean you have to. You can always say, can I get back to you on that? Or I don't have the capacity at this time, but please ask me in the future. Um, Doing a lot of self care. So taking those mindful breaks for yourself, using techniques such as box breathing, um, guided meditations, um, doing things like yoga or stretching or taking walks. But that's all going to be centered around, what do you need to reset yourself, especially when you're having a moment of high stress. One thing to think about is for employers, 225 days a year are missed by employees just due to stress. And that's across the board for every company. It's huge. And if you think about how much stress they were under, that costs an employer about $1,700 per employee per year due to stress and burnout. So companies need to be sitting up and looking at how can they address mental health issues. And for you, as an individual, what can you really do? And it's how can you reset yourself when you notice those signs and symptoms of stress, not to ignore them. When you have low back pain, neck pain, GI upset, you have sleep disruptions, you're not being focused at work, you're maybe making errors at work, or you just don't want to be around people. Those are signs and symptoms that your body is under stress. It's telling you it's under stress. So you need to look at how can I address these to release those stressors. And that's comes into like, how are you going to cope well with it? And coping well means doing things that are positive, like spending time alone or being in nature, being with friends, reading, doing a puzzle, just being quiet and still, versus those negative coping, which is, alcohol and drugs and emotional eating. So choosing those positive coping mechanisms over the negative ones is what's going to help you reset yourself and become more resilient. There's also utilizing whatever those benefits are that you have in your organization. So if you don't know, I encourage you to find out what is covered and what is offered through your organization.
I love that comprehensive list. And thank you so much for also listing the signs of burnout. I think sometimes people don't even realize they're experiencing burnout. And they kind of self blame a little bit